March is here, and so are more Social Security payments. There are a few key updates and changes you absolutely need to know, and here's why. One small mistake or missed detail could literally result in a delay in your payment or even a surprise deduction. All right. So, in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down your exact Social Security payment for dates in March. Some actually are going to be arriving a little bit earlier. Also going to be sharing with you important changes in benefits and taxes that can impact your check. I'm also going to share with you some policy updates, including the latest on COLA, the Social Security Fairness Act, and Medicare, and then one critical warning about new Social Security scams targeting seniors right now. So make sure you stick with me all the way to the end because I don't want you to get caught off guard this month by what is coming down the line. And before we dive in, just make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. So let's talk about the March 2025 payments here. So some people are actually getting paid early. So if you rely on Social Security, whether it's for retirement, disability, survivor benefits, spousal benefits, or SSI, knowing when your money is coming in is essential for being able to budget and also being able to avoid late payments on your bills. So here's something really important that you need to know as it relates to March. There's actually a calendar shift, so that can mean your check is actually coming in earlier than expected. So if you receive a supplemental security income SSI, your usual payment date is the first of the month, but since March falls on a Saturday, your payment will actually be deposited today, which is Friday, February 28th. If you started receiving Social Security before May of 1997, or you receive both Social Security and SSI, your payment will arrive on Monday, March 3rd, as usual. If you started receiving benefits after May 1997, your payment date depends on your birthday. So if you're born between the 1st and the 10th, then payments actually arrive on Wednesday, March 12th. If you're born between the 11th and the 20th, payments will be arriving on Wednesday, March 19th. If you're born between the 21st and the 31st, then payments actually will arrive on Wednesday, March 26th. And here's a pro tip, right? If you have direct deposit, your money actually shows up first thing in the morning on the payment date. But if you get a paper check, then it may take a few extra days to be able to receive that money in the mail. So let's talk about some important changes as it relates to Social Security in March. All right. So there's going to be some policy and benefit updates. Now, here's where things get really interesting, right? And possibly a little frustrating for some people. So the 2025 COLA cost of living adjustment is now in effect. So you may have already noticed a small increase in your check starting in January. And that's thanks to that 2.5% COLA increase for 2025, which raises the average benefit by around $50 per month. And the maximum monthly retirement benefit at full retirement age now is going to be $4,088. But here's the problem. Inflation is still outpacing the current COLA adjustments, meaning that higher groceries, higher gas, higher medical bills could actually be able to eat up that extra money. So number two, the next thing that you need to know is about the Social Security Fairness Act is officially in place now, and it's a law. So that's huge news. If you worked public service, if you're a teacher, firefighter, a police officer, any kind of government worker, and previously what happened was there was the windfall elimination provision, which is WEP, and then also the government pension offset, which is GPO. They reduced the benefits for people who earned a pension from non-Social Security covered work. But now those penalties are gone. So if you're affected, your Social Security benefits are going to be increasing, and the law is going to be retroactive, meaning that to all the way back to January 2024, you should be receiving a lump sum of money on the way. All right. Next, Social Security taxable earnings cap has increased. So if you're still working, the income cap for Social Security payroll taxes has actually increased to 166,100. That means that higher earners will be able to pay more into Social Security, which could be able to help stabilize the system. All right. So a couple things that you want to be on the lookout for and watch out for. So there's going to be some new Social Security scams that are on the rise. So make sure you pay attention to this because this is going to be really, really important. But what's going on right now is that it's being reported that scammers are actually calling people pretending to be from the Social Security Administration and claiming that your Social Security number has been suspended. They're telling people that you owe money and need to pay immediately. And they're also saying that there's an issue with your direct deposit and you need to be able to verify your banking information. So do not fall for this. The SSA will never either call you demanding a payment, ask for your personal information over the phone or email, threaten you with an arrest. So if you get any kind of suspicious phone call like that, just hang up immediately, report it to SSA at www.ssa.gov.gov/scam. And that's going to be really critical to know, right? So let's talk about how you can be able to maximize your Social Security benefits here. So tips that you could be able to use now and being able to get the most out of Social Security benefits isn't just about waiting for your next monthly check. It's really about smart planning to be able to maximize every dollar that you receive. So whether you are already receiving benefits or planning for the future, these simple but powerful strategies can make a huge difference in your financial security. So number one, you want to make sure that you're double checking your payment date and direct deposit information. Nothing is worse than expecting your money to come in and not getting it in on time. So that's going to be number one. Number two, you want to ensure that your direct deposit information is up to date with the Social Security Administration. If you receive paper checks, consider switching to direct deposits or the SSA's direct express debit to be able to avoid mail delays. If your payment is missing, you want to wait at least 3 business days before contacting SSA. And a pro tip when it comes to this, you want to make sure that you set up online banking alerts so you're notified immediately when your Social Security deposits arrive. And that's going to be able to keep you on track of when you're receiving those payments. Also, you want to know your income limits if you're still working. So if you're collecting Social Security, but you're still working, there are some strict income limits before your benefits will start getting withheld. So in 2025, if you are under full retirement age, you can be able to earn up to 23,400. If you ever go over this amount, then SSA will withhold $1 for every 2 earned above the limit. And if you reach full retirement age in 2025, the limit is going to be 62,160. And after that, SSA will deduct $1 for every 3 earned over the limit until the month you turn full retirement age. So once you reach full retirement age, there's no earnings limit. You can actually work as much as you want without the benefit being reduced. All right. So if you're currently working and you're near that limit, you just want to consider adjusting your hours or being strategic and timing out when you take Social Security to be able to avoid the benefit reductions. All right. Also, you want to consider delaying the benefits if possible. So waiting to be able to claim could literally mean thousands more in lifetime benefits. So if you claim at 62, you will lock in a permanent reduction up to 30% less than if you waited until the full retirement age. So every year you delay past your full retirement age, your benefits are actually going to grow by about 8% per year until you turn 70. And then when you turn 70, you can be able to get the maximum possible benefit. So if you could afford to wait, then it's worth the wait. All right. So just to give you an example of this, so let's say you start claiming it at 62, that's going to be a 2,000 monthly benefit. But if you claimed it at 67, which is going to be the full retirement age, then you could receive 2,860. If you claim it at 70, now that's 3,500. So that's an extra 1,500 per month just by waiting. So if you're in good health and you have other sources of income, delaying your Social Security can actually maximize your total benefits. Also, what you want to make sure that you're doing is you want to stay informed about the policy changes because they do happen often. So Social Security isn't necessarily set in stone. Congress is constantly debating changes and making small adjustments, and they can actually have, huge financial benefits. So you want to keep up with the COLA increases as they're releasing new legislation like the Social Security Fairness Act, also potential retirement age changes as well. If you're currently receiving Medicare, know that the premium increases can actually reduce your Social Security check. You want to watch out for the scams that are going out there, so never give out your personal information over the phone. And then you want to check your Social Security account at www.ssa.gov/my account to be able to track your benefits, update your personal information, access official SSA alerts. Right. So that's going to be key. So again, just make sure you stay up to date on this. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.